Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Foundry. In the last episode, I had gone through and was kind of setting up our, I guess more accurately, expanding our Technum production. I believe is over that away. And said that that between episodes I was going to go through and set up the kind of the same type of setup for the Xeno. Sorry, I don't know where my brain's at today. I've done that. I haven't hooked up the Xeno yet, and I'll get to that here in a minute. But real quick, I want to run over here to the Technum, show you guys what I've done over there, and where are you? No, there. So I took and put down, I want to say 6 or 7 miners down there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 miners down there. I've still got the one up here, which actually, while I'm thinking about it, are you even doing anything? You are full. You have nowhere to output because that belt is full. That belt is full because why? Because I've got them all condensing down, and that's where I was going with this this little narrative here. Is these 2 are still here, so I've got 2 plus the 7 that I put down there is 9. I clearly do not have 9 lines of Technum coming out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what I did is I took each. So okay, back up a second. Each one of these miners is supposed to supply enough ore to keep 8 smelters running. What we found out in the last episode or 2 was that doesn't seem to be entirely accurate. I don't think the miners can keep up with the smelting. I don't know if they changed something, if the balancing is off, or if I'm missing something on my end. But bottom line is, we found out through video documentation that these are in fact not capable of supplying a full 8 smelting line. So what I'm doing is I'm loading them up both into one of these balancers, right? And I'm only got 1 output coming out. So basically that is 2 smelters or two miners to run a column of 8 smelters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 down at the end. So basically I broke the lines coming out of those down into fewer lines going in, which of course has the caveat effect of fewer lines coming out. I've got 2 coming out there. I could have another one coming out here and another one coming out here. I don't know what I did here. But I can have a total of 4 lines of Technum coming out. I've currently only got 2 running. And then we'll go back over here to the Xeno, which is set up almost identically, except I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total lines of Xenoferrite coming out of the ground. Yeah, Xeno. And that is being fed directly to 1, 2, 3, 4 smelting lines. Kind of the same as what we have over in the Technum. But as I said, I did not hook. Well, I take that back. I hooked up some of it. Clearly, I've got some plates here that are ready to go. Go somewhere that have nowhere to go. but I did not hook up all of it. Looks like we even have some ore down here that needs to be picked up. Anyways, reason that I didn't is during the process of going through and reorganizing and expanding this setup and that setup over there, I kept pumping away on the research. As you can see, we just started that one. That leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 3 researches left to do before I have to move on to Science Pack 3, which will be unlocking right there. So let's see, if you look at these little dots under here, they indicate what Science Pack is required to do that research. So we've got Advanced Explosive here, says blue, red, green. Well, all of these ones that are lit up green that we can research right now are just blue, red. And if we scroll all the way down to the end, all the researches that we've completed here are green or blue, I guess, blue and blue red. There's nothing else down here because we haven't unlocked that third science pack yet. So we're down to just 3 left of just the strictly tier 2 science. And we'll be done with those pretty quick. The whole point there, though, was as I was pumping through those, I'm unlocking new machines. So we just started researching pumps. Pumps give us, as you imagine, they pump fluid. We unlocked piping. We unlocked steel making. And that was the other reason that I left the iron going. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take a line or possibly 2 of this xenoferrite here, and we're going to have to combine it with the ignium. Oh yeah, so I did the same thing with the ignium. I ran some lines out, came down here and put down a bunch of miners. So I did a little bit more off screen than what I had actually intended to, but you guys didn't want to watch me do any of this. This was painstaking and tedious. But with the miners being down here right next to the deposit, they should, fingers crossed, depending on the size of this deposit and how far that away it goes, which doesn't look really any further than this. Actually, we could probably look and see. I'm going to go to the miners, pick one up, and if I put a miner right there, it covers about half. So we can't try to put it over there on top of that miner. It reaches about a little over halfway across, right? The only ones that it doesn't reach is these 2. So between those that are a little further forward and those that are a little further off to this side here, they should be able to mine out most of this patch without any real issues. And I can't see how high up their mining ability goes because I didn't undermine. But you can see by how much is lit up of the ore patch, how much that thing would cover from where you're putting it. But we're going to have to combine that xenoferrite with this ignium, and what that does is it basically, so you remember I said that xeno is the kind of the analog for iron, right? And then that this ignium was kind of the analog for coal. Coal equals carbon. Carbon and iron, when smelted together, make steel, right? So we need this and that to make steel. And we need to set up some steel smelting lines. But before we can do that, we actually have to turn this and this into a mix, right? So it takes a certain amount of this and a certain amount of that to make the proper mix, the proper kind of portions. It's basic, metallurgy, right? So it's a little bit more iron to a little bit less carbon. to make steel. So that recipe has to be right, and so it gives us a way to do that. It just we take and we smash that and that together, and turn them into essentially a steel bloom that we could then throw into the furnace and get our steel ingots out of it. All right, pumps are done. Let's go with the tank. We should probably also go look and see how our science line is holding up down here. I did cut off the plates for it, mostly. Oh, we're still backed up, which means these are still full. These are still full. Oh yeah, we're backed up all the way to the end of the line, or almost to the end of the line. Why are you not running? You're running. Why are you not running? You should be working. Unless your lines got contaminated or something. Oh, machinery parts. Okay. Which is because I shut off the Xenoplate feed down here. See, those are all coming this way, but I have none going up there towards science yet. So that needs to be a priority. Clearly, we have to get our output hooked up here. So that means these two need their inputs hooked up. Done and done. That should immediately start giving us Xenoplates on these two belts. Immediately I say, but they are rather slow belts, but there they are. They're coming down both lines here. Speaking of slow belts, I also unlocked faster belts. These ones, I think I'm going to end up using both of these lines for steel. That one and that one. And that means that I need to empty this line. So just block that one off for a second. Let that empty out completely. It's gonna have to empty out all of the ore off of the belt. It's gonna have to empty out all of the plates out of the machines. That one may be taking a while. So that one and that one are 1, 2. Looks like 3 lines. So it looks like I combined this one and this one into a single line going that way, but I also output it to this. So this one and this one are also sharing lanes. So if I pull this one off, it'll just be these 2 lanes coming off of that. And I think we can do that. So let's disconnect you. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put all that in my pocket. But before we get too crazy going here, we also need to set up some new machinery. So we've got our ignium lines right here, right? And I did keep one line going up to the fuel supply. And this needs to actually be an output priority, right? Nope. Output to the right. So that'll make sure that our power keeps getting anything that comes up this line before anything that comes up this line does. But knowing that that line is also the power supply line, it would not be a bad idea for us to use that one 100% last. Because all of these lines are hooked up to machines. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coming out. So all of these are being consistently and constantly fed, but eventually those are going to run out of materials. But like I said, we have other machinery we have to set up here, and I'm going to try to set it up kind of close by over here. We'll probably don't maybe go that far. And we have to, and we're going to end up also having to set up automation to keep these machines that we're about to use in stock. What do I have on me as far as building materials? I've got plenty of Xeno, but I have no Technum. So let's go grab a little bit of Technum ore. Or not ore, rods, these. We'll take a couple stacks, because I don't know how much of it we'll actually need. But we are going to be building a bit here. So, obviously, we know we're going to need smelters, right? Can't turn metal into, ore into metal, bars, ingots, whatever you want to call them, without getting them really, really hot. So we need smelters, right? Well, we've got smelters. Those are already being automated. We've got them made over here in these machines. Piece of cake. What we don't have, however, is... Where is it? No. So we've got some power poles unlocked now. Which means, yeah. So we also have boilers and steam turbines unlocked, which that may be something that we work on pretty soon, actually, because we get way more power out of these, and it's more consistent, and reliable. I basically, these are way better than our burner generators that we're using over here. But what we're looking for is this puppy right here, Crusher. What else did we get? Casting machines, that's going to be for concrete, I assume. Incinerators, we can, I assume, use that to get rid of things. I don't know. A greenhouse. Tank, logistic container 2, assembler 2. So we've got some things that we can be working with here that we're not working with yet. And again, I unlocked the tier 2 conveyor stuff as well. And then we got pipes and pumps and stuff for fluids. So clearly fluids are going to be a thing, right? But what we need is we're going to need some crushers. And we're going to have to figure out how long does it take. In a crusher, it takes 3 seconds to make the xenoferrite ignium ore blend. And that'll give us steel beams, apparently. And it takes one of those, but it takes 6 seconds in a smelter. And the xenoferrite by itself only takes 1.5 seconds. Or, sorry, the xeno plates take 2 seconds. So it takes, or 3 seconds. It takes twice as long to craft a steel beam as it does to craft a xeno plate, right? And it also takes 4 times as much xeno ore to make it, and it also takes 2 ignium ore to make it. So we need to feed these into a crusher. We need to feed these into a crusher. And it should output, or we'll put the ignium so that it should output this. And it takes 3 seconds for 1. 3 seconds for 1. Right? So it actually takes 3 times longer. 3 times longer to make 1 steel plate than it does to make 1 Xeno plate. But we want to be building these, though. We're going to start out with 10, see how that goes. I don't know what the ratio is going to be here. We'll add those to our hotbar because we're probably going to need them. Anything else here we should probably make at the moment? So we'll need steel for those. That's coming soon enough. Advanced machinery parts, what? Steel. We got concrete. And we've got cement and gravel. So gravel, cement, concrete, and biomass and our boom booms, and we can now make glass. So that's another thing I was thinking about is we might be getting to a point where we kind of put the progress on hold and try to establish us a base of operations somewhere. Because we've got all these deco blocks now that we can build with. So we've got our basic shapes in, looks like in wood. Yeah. Anyways, got struts. Those will take steel. These take glass. These take steel and glass. But we've got things that we could actually start building with now, and I might like to give that a go. Maybe, possibly. I don't know yet. But you know, that might be on the horizon. But for the time being, we want to put down some crushers here. Alright, let's turn them to where their input is this way. Probably bring them in a block so that they're... bring them in a couple blocks this way. So that their loaders can put onto a belt here rather than here, right? Not that that's a huge issue because that belt doesn't go up anywhere, and I don't imagine that we're going to go that far down the line. Well, that's not exactly what I had hoped to do there. But what I might do is we'll take one of these and run it here, like so. And we'll take one of these and we'll just run it straight up the other way here. And we may not, oh no. I don't want all this on here yet. I don't want all this on here yet. So you can pick stuff up off of the belt or off of the ground using E. It looked like it stained my belt. Anyways, I really only want this coming down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Because these 5, I'm going to put on the other side. And the Xeno, I am going to go up the other direction, and we'll just run it straight down to it. We'll go ahead and start right here. Where do we gotta go to? Right there. Oop, excuse me. And we'll just bring it to right there. And then we'll pick up the last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if these are automatic or if you have to configure them. It looks like you have to configure them. There. It's there. Okay, and then we'll run output belts over here. Maybe not there. There. And we'll turn the corner here. And we're going to have to ramp up to get over this. And then we'll ramp down. And we will turn the corner here, and we'll throw one of these down like so, and we'll run more belt, no, belt, this way, to there. And then we'll grab our loaders again. Yes, we're outputting on this side. Outputting on this side. Push me. Rude. There. And then we're going to input over here. Right? That's where I want that? Yes. But we're going to have to bring this down. So I actually want this here. I have to bring this down one more. And then we'll grab our loaders again. And this one. Uh-oh, something's not right here. Alright, let's see. If I put you grabbing that, something's not working here. Nope, I'm going to have to move those out a row, I think, or these ones. I've already got the loaders all down on those ones now. And they're fed. So, yeah. Guess it's these ones. Which puts the belt right where I said I didn't want it. So what I'm going to have to do is run a third line up the middle here. So we need another line of iron coming up here, Xeno. It's not difficult to do, okay? This is relatively easy, but we are going to have to pick these up because they're not quite what I need. I mean, they are, but not necessarily where I need. Okay. Put that back down. How, whatever. And then over here, what we'll do is we'll pick this one up. And we'll put one of these down. That'll take that same line and it'll just split it up into two, right? And then these guys, the right line, yes, there. All right, now, yeah, we'll worry about that here in a minute. And this is going to load, so I hope I got it right this time. Well, I haven't recipeed it yet, so maybe it won't load. Alright, so your input there, 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 right? And then you're going to input there, 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 and there, and then you're going to input, this will probably be easier from up here, there, there, yeah, you're going to go there, 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 and then come over here to this side, you're going to go there, 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 and there. Alright, so now we've got two machines feeding, or two loaders feeding in, one from coal, one from iron, or, excuse me, Xeno, ignium, you know what I mean. And we want you going up, please. Keep that fed. Those will join up there, and that'll give me steel going out that way. Right? Yeah. Right? And hopefully this one line can keep up with the, because it only needs two. But it's going to be kind of slow regardless, simply because steel does take quite a bit longer to smelt. All right, so now we can set up our outputs. So it's there. Oh, no, you're not. I hope you're not. Wait, what did I do? You don't go there. You go. There. Right. You're out, out. Alright, perfect. Now we'll come over here and toggle these machines to make that. And then, what is this? And shift. That didn't work. There we go. So shift right mouse button to copy, shift left mouse button to paste. So these should be now outputting our blend. Let's get that off of there, right? And then we need to turn that blend into steel, which we might actually just go ahead and run right down here. Let's pick these up. We now have another machine that we can dump the excess ore that we're picking up off of the belts into. We have a couple. Oh no! Let's see. So you may potentially end up going that way. Yeah, okay. This, we're gonna, yeah, we'll just run it this way for now. Although, no. Excuse me. That's not what I meant to do. Alright. Grab a belt. We want to just go ahead and run you straight out here. You'd think one of these days I would learn to place the belts before allowing the material access to them. Yeah, maybe one day. You need to go in here. And that should, if we did everything right, start outputting steel down here. No, you're in. Why are you in? Why are you out? No. Alright, hopefully that's it. Alright, they're cooking. You should be steel. You are steel. Fan-freaking-tastic. Woohoo! I did something right. Sort of. Didn't screw it up much. Oh, yeah. No, that is way slow. That's what, 2 of them running? Really? Alright, what are we... We're looking fine on the ignium, but we definitely need more Xeno coming up here. So we're going to take and reroute you. Alright, and you... Oh. Totally botched that. But we've got some steel running. Some. Right? And then... Why are you so pathetic? What's up with you? Wonderful. So you're going to backfill that log. Excuse me. Run up here, give these machines the stuff in my inventory. That was it. That's all I had. I got the Xeno Ignium blend. I got some Technum on me, but that's it for over here, I guess. So clearly we're going to have to expand this at some point, which means I'm going to have a whole lot more Xeno coming in, because I have to use some of it for my regular production, right? Why you not hooked up? You are hooked up, you just hooked up to the wrong place. There we go. That should get those moving again. This will feed over here, which will feed to the rest of the base, which will make things happy and good. What were we flagging on down here? Those things, which they're clearly working now. Okay. Okay. So we're talking about steel, right? And needing steel to make water powered electricity. Hydroelectric, that's the word I'm looking for. So we look at our map. Hydroelectricity should not be a problem. We've got water all around us. If we look specifically to the north, it looks like there's a big lake up there, and it doesn't look like, well, I mean, all of this I'm pretty sure is mountains, so I'm like stuck in this little bowl valley right here. This is jungle. It may be better to go this way, or it may be better to go north. It looks like I've got a couple little passes through to the north that I don't have to go horribly over mountains. What is that? Xenoferrite underwater. Interesting. Also, since we're about at that point anyways, we might go ahead and look into getting Science 3 set up. I'm going to go ahead and finish this last other research and make Science 3 officially the last one. At least of the tier 2 stuff. But I'm thinking we probably want to build some power, some hydroelectric power, and I'm thinking this way, but we need to go up there, up to the north, and actually give it a check. I know we were up there in the last episode, or maybe the episode before that. I think it was the episode before that. No, it was the last episode. Alright, so for starters, already going up a hill, but let's see. So we're going through the jungle anyways. I'm actually wanting to go a little bit more to the west here though. So let's come back down. I'm stuck. The trees. And we'll swing a little bit west here. Because I want to see if there is actually a pass that's kind of at this level, or if it's just, yeah, it looks like that's the pass that I'm looking for right there. Yeah. Unless there's one over here, but it doesn't look like it. Alright, so that looks like the closest thing to a pass over this mountain that I've got. Alternatively, I could go around the side here, and through the edge of the jungle and kind of avoid most of the height of the mountain. And there's the water. Now we want to come over here and take a look at the water's edge. Well, not that water's edge, this water's edge. Which it looks to be relatively straight through here. So it would be some clear out of the trees. I don't know. Would still have to do some digging. It doesn't look to be any way around that. If we put the hydroelectric generators over here. Alternatively, we could go look over there and see those coastlines are not even remotely straight. And I guess power lines, because we have to run power lines from the hydroelectrics, and they're not too terribly bad, I suppose, to run over mountains. They're really not that bad. This is just connect, etc. So we may go that route. Obviously, we're going to have to grab a bunch of steel to build anything along that line, because the recipe for the boilers and the hydro generators, I guess the turbines. That's the one. The steam turbines. Alright, so these cap at 12, or are we just not getting product? It looks like you don't have any input. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. You're just not getting any input. Because this is very, very, very sad. Yeah, you're not keeping up either, are you? You're not going anywhere. So let's block that for a moment. And yeah, because you guys ain't even sharing. Oh, you do up there though. So maybe we'll let you go ahead. And then we'll take that, put it there. No, wrong direction, bro. We'll run you back to this one. And we'll feed you guys right into this. Go ahead, let you run into there till you empty out. It's gonna take forever. Let's do that one more time. Right there. You should always be toggled to the right. And it's still coming through. Huh. Interesting. Alright, but are you keeping fed up here? That's what I want to know. Oh, but you're feeding 2 lines. Gotcha. So, answer is no. Although we are doing a little bit better. It's a little bit more steady coming out of here. Guess what we can do with these is that. Still not great. It's going to be really slow for steel production for a little bit. Until we have probably more efficient ways of moving product. Where are we at on time? We got about 15 minutes left. So what do we want to do with that 15 minutes? Didn't find much in the way of other ores. Maybe we'll start looking at Science 3, since that's the last thing we got left. What does it take to make that? Advanced machinery parts, concrete, and pipe. Of course. Okay. I think even a pipe requires steel, doesn't it? Pipe. Craft. Pipe. Steel beams. Yep. So pipes require steel as well. That requires a pipe and machinery parts, so we can't even feed water until we can get that made. Which is going to require steel, which, as we just said, is going to be a little slow building up. Although, a little over 100 here. I mean, it's getting there. Not moving real quick. And I imagine it stacks up to 100 or 200. Well, clearly over 100. Because these will only hold one stack. So there goes the problem with Science 3. We don't have the steel. I mean, we probably have the steel to get it started, to build a few science packs to kick it off, but it's not going to get us what we need, really. So what to do? We may end up going ahead and having to do this. Let's see what happens if I run all of this out. No, I want you down here. There's another one down here. Huh. Okay, well, let me place it, please. Okay, yeah, you're good. And would you just do the thing, bro? Alright, so that would be one thing I would like to see changed. If the devs ever get around to it, you know? It'd be nice to be able to see and place past these slope blocks. That would be really nice. There we go. Alright. I want to copy you. Oh, really? Oh, the pain. The pain is real, guys. Owie. Alright, what if we just get rid of some of this? that it? Probably run one more. But yeah, these aren't even outputting. Oh! Not gonna let me put that down there, are you? No, of course not. Probably get to. Oh. All right. Seriously, bro, come on. No. Not that I expect to get much more out of these. Already, you know, they've bleh. Yeah, we're gonna end up running short again. That's with 10 machines running. All right, well, I'm afraid that is going to be all I've got time for in this episode. I've got 5 minutes or so left in the hour, but not a whole lot I can do in 5 minutes. So, I hope you guys are enjoying this playthrough. I'm certainly enjoying playing Foundry. Of course, it is a new game. There's a couple little things that I might like to see a little bit different, but they're not game-breaking. A little frustrating at times, but not game-breaking. Game is definitely in a very playable state at this point. So I'm going to keep playing it. I hope you guys come along and enjoying it with me. If you are enjoying the videos, please leave a like, and don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Maybe share it with some of your friends. Those are the things that that kind of drive the YouTube algorithm. Oh, and comments definitely help as well, and it helps me too, because then I know what you guys might be looking for when you're watching my videos. There's things that I'm not doing, things that I am doing that you wish I wasn't doing, things like that. Just let me know. Or if you have any feedback on the game, or if you see me saying something I don't know what I'm doing, and you guys are welcome to leave guidance as well. With all that said, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Thank you so very much for coming along, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.